Everyone online is talking about sales, marketing, funnels, and going viral, but those aren't the skills that made the biggest difference in my life. I am going to share with you what actually helped me start earning more while working full-time as a dentist. These are my top 6 skills no one teaches in school. Once I master them, my income and confidence level increased significantly. Hey, if you're new here, I'm Kaylee. I'm a dentist and business owner. I work long days, 12 hours a day, 4 days a week, and for a long time, I thought my job was just that. A job. But I realized something that changed everything. My 9 to 5 wasn't holding me back. It was secretly training me for the life I wanted to build outside of it. In this video, I'm sharing the 6 real high income skills that no one talks about. But if you master even a few of them, you'll start seeing growth in your bank account and your mindset. The first thing you need to know is people equal money. This isn't about manipulation, it's about understanding people. As a dentist, I have worked with every type of personalities, scared patients who haven't been to the dentist in years, frustrated ones who have had bad experiences in the past, skeptical ones who don't trust me just yet. And in 10 minutes or less, I had to win their trust, calm their nerves, and make them feel safe enough to say yes to treatment. That's not just good communication, that's psychology. It's called emotional intelligence. And if you can understand what drives people, what they fear, and what they value, what they respond to, you'll never be broke. And because people don't buy logic, they buy emotion, and then justify it with logic later. So how do you actually get better with this? Here are the 3 simple ways to master people's psychology. 1, you gotta study people, not just strategy. Next time you're at work or even at a coffee shop, watch how people behave, what makes them light up, what makes them shut down. Start becoming a quiet observer. It's one of the most underrated forms of intelligence. 2, practice mirroring and matching. This is something I did instinctively as a dentist. If a patient spoke softly, I softened my tone. If they were analytical, I gave details. If they were overwhelmed, I simplified everything. People feel safest when they feel understood, so speak their language. And 3, read this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book changed everything for me. It taught me that being liked isn't luck, and it's a skill. And it starts with making people feel important and seen. If you have ever had to read the room, deal with difficult coworkers, convince someone of an idea, you're already using people's skills. Master this and your influence and income will increase no matter what industry you are in. Remember, money comes from people. But here's the thing, you can't understand people if you're always the ones talking. So let's talk about the skills that 99 people don't have, but everyone feels it when it's missing. It is called listening. I can't tell you how many patients have looked me in the eyes and said, "You are the first dentist who actually listened to me." Do you know how heartbreaking but also powerful that is? Not because I had the fancy degree or because I gave a perfect explanation, but because I made them feel heard. Listening builds trust faster than anything else. And this goes beyond healthcare. Whether you are managing a team, pitching service, handling clients, or even making content, your ability to actually hear what someone is saying is your power. It is how you figure out what people need before say it out loud. And if you want to stand out in any room, become a better listener than anyone else. In the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Stephen Covey said, most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply. Most people are just waiting for their turn to talk. But when you become the rare person who really listens, you instantly become valuable and people are automatically drawn to you. So here is how to get better at listening. 1, you gotta slow down. We live in a world of fast replies and cut off conversation. Just pausing before responding makes you 10 times more thoughtful. 2, listen for emotion, not just for information. When a patient tells me, "I've always hated the dentist," they aren't just saying that they don't like me. I understand that what they're telling me, it's about their past trauma, fear, or even the need for safety, and I don't take it personally. This applies everywhere, your clients, your customer, and your audience. Try to listen to what they're trying to say. 3, validate before you solve. When I'm dealing with a tough conversation with a patient, I'd always say, I completely understand and I get why you feel that way. That one sentence, it lowers resistance, it shows respect, and it makes people feel heard and seen. In the book, Never Split the Difference, Chris Voss, a former FBI negotiator, says, the sweetest sound in any negotiation is not a yes, but it is, that's right. Why? It's because when you say that's right, they feel understood. That's what real listening does. It creates alignment. Whether you're in a dental office, a business meeting, or on YouTube, listening is the skills that turns attention into trust, and trust turns into opportunity. Because once people feel like you get them, they'll follow you, buy from you, and stick around. The next skill will amplify both your people skills and your listening skill. It is called storytelling. No, it's not just for authors, influencers, or people writing books on the beach in the Maldives. It's for anyone who wants to be remembered. I use storytelling every single day in my dental office. Think about it. Root canal doesn't exactly inspire confidence, right? But when I would say, let's save your natural tooth so you can chew comfortably again without pain or the need for surgery later, that's not just a fact. It's a story. It's a picture of a better future. It has emotion, clarity, a reason to care. That's what people respond to. Donald Miller, an author of The Building of a Story brand, said, people don't buy best products, they buy the ones they can understand the fastest. And how do you make things understandable? You tell a story. Even when you're in corporate or education, healthcare, or tech, your ability to take a dry, complicated, and intimidating messages and make it clear, personal, and human, that's your power. So, how to use storytelling in real life? Here are the 3 ways to turn boring into moments that actually matters. 1. Talk in transformation, not in features. Don't say, this mattress uses memory foam and has 3 layers of ergonomic support. Say this instead. This mattress helps you wake up pain-free and well-rested so you can show up energized every single day. Your audience doesn't care about what, they care about the why. 2, use mini stories. Last week, a patient fell off a ladder, broke off his 2 front teeth. We were able to make him something temporary the same day, so he could fly out to Minnesota for his mom's funeral the next day with one less thing to worry about. A story like that sells without being salesy. It's relatable, visual, emotional. 3, make them the hero. In every great story, there's a hero and a guide. You are the guide, they are the hero. Your job is to show them what's possible. Whether you're pitching an idea in a meeting, explaining a new system to your team, or building your personal brand online, storytelling is how you get buy-ins. It's how you close deals. And it's how you move people to take action. The world is full of noises, but stories, they cut through because facts tell, but stories sell. The 4th skills that I believe in that is so important is the one that will either make or break your long-term success, especially when life gets chaotic. It's emotional regulation, and it's high-income skills that most people completely overlook. Your ability to make money, lead people, stay consistent, and grow something outside of your 9 to 5, it doesn't come down to talent or time. It comes down to this. Can you stay calm when everything feels like chaos? I've had 12-hour days where I saw many patients back to back, going from room to room without water, bathroom breaks. Some patients are in pain, some crying, some upset with something that I have nothing to do with. And I had to still walk into every room with a smile, steady hands, and a clear mind. And I didn't have the luxuries to spiral, to snap, or break down. I had to remain professional and calm during difficult surgeries. Why? Because people are trusting me with their body, so my emotions cannot be all over the place. That level of control, that's emotional regulation. It's not about being numb, it's about being grounded no matter what's happening around you. And it is the same skills I now use to handle, a video that flops, work on my YouTube projects even when I'm exhausted, get through a tough conversations with grace, keep going when no one's clapping yet. It is the skills that keeps you in the game. In The Daily Stoic, Ryan Holiday writes, you don't control the world, but you control how you respond to it. You can have the best strategy in the world, but if you fall apart every time things don't go as planned, you'll keep starting over. So here are the 3 basic ways to control your emotions. 1, learn to pause. Just 3 deep breaths can give your nervous system time to reset. You'll respond from wisdom and not from reactivity. 2, practice naming your emotion. Saying I am overwhelmed or I am frustrated gives your brain clarity. This awareness lowers intensity and brings back control. 3, don't quit when things get boring. Emotional regulation isn't just about stress, it's about boredom too. It's choosing to keep showing up even when your motivation wears off. Your nervous system is the foundation of your business. And when you master this, your leadership gets stronger, your clarity flows a little bit more freely, and your result compounds over time. Because you're not constantly starting from scratch. This is what separates the people who burn out from the ones who are building something that lasts. Now that you can regulate your emotions, let's talk about the one person you need to learn how to trust if you want to build anything bold. That is yourself. If emotional regulations keep you steady, self-trust keeps you moving. This is the 5th skills I want to share. I learned this the hard way. When I first started my YouTube journey, I was so used to being an expert. As a dentist, I am confident, decisive, and skilled. But the moment I stepped into something new like content creation, I felt like a beginner again. Second guessing everything. Is this video good enough? What if I post and no one watches and I keep recording videos over and over again? And why do I look and sound so cringe on camera? And that kind of thinking, it is definitely a momentum killer. But then I realized something. I already knew how to figure things out. In fact, I really enjoyed learning. I didn't come out of dental school being perfect. I became confident by showing up again and again, even when it was messy. And being on YouTube, same exact thing. So you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be willing to show up, willing to keep going, willing to trust that your voice matters, even if no one's care yet. In The Mountain Is You, Brianna Weiss writes, your new life is going to cost you your old one. It is going to require you to trust yourself like never before. And I felt that deeply in my soul. The more I trusted myself to figure it out, the faster I made progress. If you want to build unshakable self-trust, try these 3 things. 1, keep tiny promises to yourself. Do something you said you would, like pick up a camera and record yourself, or post your first video or write that book. Even if it's just 10 to 15 minutes a day, it is still a progress. 2, look at your track record. You have already figured out so much in your life already, whether it was school, parenting, leadership, your business, getting through something hard. Remind yourself, I've done hard things before. I can do this one too. 3, stop outsourcing your value. Validation feels nice, but it's not fuel. Don't wait for likes, followers, subscriber, or praise to believe that you are on the right track. Every high-income skill you're building starts with believing that you can learn it. Not because you are the smartest, but because you are the one willing to keep going. That's what self-trust gives you. Inner authority, faster decisions, faster results. You are your own best investment. And when you start acting like it, well, everything changes. Now, there's one more skill that brings it all together. The one that helps you multiply everything you have worked for. It is using money to make more money. It is the skill that most people avoid, but the wealthy master it early. Now, I'm not talking about risky crypto plays or throwing cash at every trendy courses online. I'm talking about being strategic. If you are only using money to spend, you are missing the whole entire point. Money is a tool, and when you learn to use it intentionally, it becomes a vehicle for growth, freedom, and time. As a dentist, I have a great income, but I also have a ceiling. The hours are long, my energy is capped, and when I stop working, I stop earning. So instead of just spending my paycheck on temporary rewards, I started using it to build my future. Every pay period, I put at least 30% of my income away. I max out my company 401k and my Roth IRA, and I funnel the rest into my brokerage account, buying individual stocks or mutual funds or even index funds. That's not just saving, it is building income from my future self. Because while I'm working for money now, I am setting myself up for success later. In the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki said, "The poor and middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them." And that's exactly what I'm doing. Every dollar I invest is like planting a seed. And in a few years, it's going to grow into something that gives back without me needing to clock in. Here's where to start if you want to have money work for you. Number 1. Know your percentages. If 30% feels like a stretch, start with 10%. But build the habit of paying yourself first. 2. Max out your tax advantage accounts like 401k, Roth IRA, traditional IRA. These are not just buzzwords. They are legal tools to help your money grow faster and smarter. 3. Learn the basics of investing. No need to overcomplicate it. Start with an opening brokerage account. Learn investing 101. Stay consistent. Money is not just for spending. It's for expanding your options. When you start using it like a tool, not a reward, you unlock true freedom. And there you have it, the 6 high income skills that changed my life. It's understanding people, listening deeply, storytelling, emotional regulation, self-trust, and using money to make more money. None of these require a degree, none of these require 10 years of experience, but all of them will pay you forever. So if you're working a 9 to 5 and wondering, am I made for more? Yes, you are. And it starts with the invisible skills that no one taught in school. Let me know in the comment which one of those skills are you going to focus on. And if you want more content on building income, mindset, and a life that you don't need a vacation from, hit that like and subscribe button. This will help me out so much. See you in the next one.